more time. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles will remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. I ain't feeling lonely, and I wanna admit it's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly, were those gonna lift me up this time? You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes? See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you, for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going, why we gotta feel amplified. Stay into the morning, countless hours spending by your side. You look at me, I'm soaring, seeing all the truth behind your eyes. See you, for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. See you, for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. See you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer, heart is pumping.
How is everybody doing today? I can't even hear my own voice. Did I even say words? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna quit this. I'm gonna start opening up Unity. Okay, and our timer ended. Perfect. Close that. Exit this. I'm gonna make sure this stream doesn't drop. Actually, I'm not gonna make sure. I haven't restarted my router. I probably should, but we'll see how this goes. Nonetheless. I'm loud? Oh. I don't know why I'd be louder than usual. It's kind of interesting. It takes forever, eh? Hello, Jinxbot. How you doing today? I usually watch these much later, so this is my first time watching you live. Aw. Why are you running a web server? So some of the contract work that I do requires me to actually make websites and advanced web apps. So I need that open to test something for a client earlier. Okay. So in the last stream, which was the one earlier today. Oh, you're a little bit late to it, Melanie. I mean, if you want to congratulate somebody, congratulate my brother, actually, because his YouTube channel is blowing up today. Like, in the one day alone, I think he's gained like 3K subs. He's at 16K now. Jeez. He was at 12K a couple days ago. Yeah, his most recent video is doing really well. I'll link it real quick. I did this in the last time too, but if you haven't seen it, there's the link. Anyways, in the last stream, which was earlier today, we made this beautiful thing, and I quickly put in this with a palanca retrasar, which I believe means toggle delay, and then estado means state. But I put estado here. Now I'm really confused. This is gonna be so dumb. I don't know why I'm trying to code in Spanish. State. State is estado, so this needs to be estado. Let's change that. Alright, so that means we gotta change the script too. So let's go back to that lever. Just open this up and just change it to estado. I think the full word is... Yeah, no, it's el estado. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, I have an older brother. If you're following me on Instagram, I actually just posted a photo of the two of us because I had to help him out with something today, so we're all dressed up, and then decided, hey, let's take a photo because we never take any, and that's what we did. Oh man! All right. Hello, Chase. How you doing today? Let's press play. So now when I hit this lever, whenever it finally decides to start, when I hit this thing, whoop, it switches its direction. It needs particles and whatnot. I'm probably going to put that in after I make the platform that the player jumps on top of, because I think those are going to be like the two main points of interaction. You'll also notice it does have its own colliders too, so I can, you know, run up it. If you turned off gizmos, you'd see what it looks like in game. I feel like the wood's almost too bright, or I don't know. There's probably a few things I could do to make it look better. It's really simple too. Oh, I'm not in range. Should make it so you have to actually be on the side to hit it, but I don't like also how the word apagato is so long. It's supposed to mean off and on. Yeah. So the next thing we're going to model, does this thing still say? Yeah, it says not sure I'm doing right now. We need to change this. Unity 3D platformer magical button. So I'm going to make right now over in Blender. So let's open up Blender. I hope I have the newest version of Blender. I probably don't, but this looks great. Adventure game. Oh, so Chase, you haven't actually seen? Okay, here. Just for you, since you're not up to date with this, let me just put him at the start of this little practice zone. It's basically like a 3D platformer, like a Mario game, like Mario 64, for example. Anyways, let's play. And you can see we've gotten it so he runs. He can jump. You can do this double jump thing that sometimes doesn't fire off where I want it to, but most of the times it works really nicely. Like right there, right there. You can wall slide, which actually is kind of tricky to do until you practice it and you get really used to it. Alright. Anything that's orange is currently what he can hang off of. And, you know, move along. And I really like this, how he jumps and he can just grab himself onto this. You can see that he like, yeah. Then yeah, you can also go up here if you wanted. Practice stuff, right? Climb on over. You can spin attack. The game just wasn't that fun. Plus, it would take a long time to make 100-something creatures. So I thought I could just... Well, originally I was going to make a tutorial for a platformer. So while I was making that game, I'd have the tutorial series going. But then I started doing this. I was like, this is just so much more fun than the game. So I might as well just work on this instead. Yeah, the cape is one of my favorite parts about it. We also got swimming in the game. All you can do is just press X to go down, otherwise he goes up. I want it to be as simple as possible. So like right now he's got to automatically go up. Almost like Flappy Birds, where you're just going to go in one direction, you press, make it go in the other. We still need to change the treading water. We need a couple more animations to really flesh it out, but I'm trying to get more of the interaction in the game going. At least you go back to Polyworld at some point. Maybe one day. This is going to be flat shaded though, so once I actually model the world, it's going to look phenomenal. Right now all these objects that you're seeing are just prototype stuff. Like same with these cubes, like he's not going to actually look like a cube. Or this one that floats and chases you. Or that bouncing thing. It's just all the AI logic. Now you can't spin and hit that one, which is kind of frustrating, but oh well. So like you can see, like this is flat shaded. The coloring isn't where I want it yet, but it does have that flat shaded look. Okay, let me just deal with this. It's so hard to kill this flying thing. Which I gotta change, but I also like the challenge because you learn that the side works. And then yeah, so we can toggle this on and off. Now this needs to affect something. So today, not only are we going to make the button, we're also going to make like a door, like those kind of things that this would turn on or off, or like toggle if a moving platform should move or not, right? So that's all the logic we're going to work on today. So, start display. I'm in front view. Good. Set a cube. Now, I want this to be... Actually, I don't want this to be a cube. I do, but not yet. So for the circle, we're going to go 12 sides. Okay. Fill, extrude up, extrude. I'm thinking, no, you know what? I'm actually going to go with the square idea again. I have an idea. Alright. Extrude. Extrude. So this will be the first object, but inside we're going to have another cube. It can be through the ground, that doesn't actually matter. And the idea is when you jump on it, this will get pressed downward. However, we don't want it to look this plain, right? So, extrude. Extrude. This is almost too basic of a design. That could be good. I could see it. Oh, I have an idea. Rotate it. How many can I get there? Was that at like 10 degrees? rotate this 10 degrees. No, it needs to be cumulative. So, okay, wait, I messed this up. Rotate this about 5 degrees. Then we take the next loop, which is both of these. And we then rotate this by 5. And we take the next two. I goofed. Oh, I see what's going on. Hello, Epic Dino. How you doing today? It kind of looks almost too cartoony, but we'll figure it out. What if I also rotated all this? Like literally just rotate the whole thing, excluding this bottom piece. I'm imagining if this were to press down, it would break now, but I don't think it will. No. Okay, then let's also add a triangulate modifier so it doesn't mess it up. 2 a day. Yes, it is 2 a day. Can these be dragged? Oh, I thought they could. Triangulate. Alright, so you can see now it's getting a nice cool shade effect. Let's unwrap it. Let's smart UV, I mean. Let's also give it a texture. Call it pal. Image texture. Open. We gotta save this file first. Button. Alright. Now we're going to rename this. Not rename this. I'm opening a thing, aren't I? Yeah. There we go. What's the button for? If you press it, some will be sticky buttons, some will just be weighted buttons. And if you press it, it'll open a door or turn a platform on, or it'll change the world basically. Let's go to material, open up another panel, UV image editor, pal, size it all down, and set this to here. We're going to color this top face. Maybe color all these top faces? I don't know. I don't like how my default here isn't set to like this. I don't know why that really bothers me, but it does. It's a good song. I've heard it way too many times though. Ooh. See, the thing is, if I was just going to shade everything like this, all the top objects as color, I could just do that with the coloring. Like the actual, sorry, not the color, with the lighting. Right? Why am I doing that? I don't really know. I'm not trashing the RPG, just kind of putting it on hiatus. So you notice how it's not coloring these fully? It's because I have the triangulate modifier on, and the triangulation would actually change the outcome. What is that? Oh. Actually, that should be darker, shouldn't it? Whoa, that is really trippy looking. Completely unintentional. I think I've got my colors backwards. Does it need to be this, like, dark, though? A decent car in Unity? It's kind of that's a pretty big deviation from what I'm working on, though, unfortunately. Alright, let's save this, see how big it is. Save. Let's move our player back to our current working area, which is all this, with our AI prefabs and whatnot. Unity has a pre-built car physics. It also has a pre-built, if you import the standard, where is it? Vehicles, you can get a perfectly functioning car right then and there. It's actually really well done. Really well done. Door don't need that interface. Okay, where's my imports? That's a pretty good size, I'd say. It's gonna need different logic than this though, because it's something that you jump on, right? This, however, is something you hit. I feel like this button should be as noticeable as that thing is, so let's, for the time being, append my lever. Oh, I called it interact lever. I should probably rename this then too. Anyways, object, cube. Okay, delete this. Okay, so you can see the coloring completely different. I don't know what I was thinking. So, let's mimic the coloring, like this. Then, we have the lighter blue areas. It's more like this. Right? Now, I also want to take this object and get it on the button itself. G-unit. Sort of like that. Right, so then these kind of tied together and you can tell like, oh, this is something I can interact with. Then we can rotate this perfectly. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yep, sure, why not? Hello Sports Squad, how you doing today? Beauty of the lever too is it could also be wall mounted. Same with the button, we can wall mount this stuff. If this was wall mounted, then it would make sense to have to be hit. But thanks, Epic Dino. Okay, so let's delete this lever now. Shift S, cursor to center. We need to actually give it its armature, single bone. Let's turn on X-ray because it's not on by default. So not a problem in Blender if you have one object coming through, another one says veil. No, not at all. What I could do if I really wanted was optimize this and remove the whole bottom side, which actually, maybe I'll do that real quick. But then again, it's twisted, and yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. We'll just leave it how it is. Okay, so let's take this whole thing, rotate it 90 on this view, negative 90, pull it down by 1. I meant by 0.5, whoops. Alright, this is going to be my root, and then we also need the button, so just Shift D, then parent, bone. They'll both deform, which is fine. It's not good practice. Oh, my music just stopped. Oh, I muted my mic. Whoops. It's because the way I've set up my monitors here is there's a button on the cable, and if I pull it slightly, it hits the keyboard and it mutes. That time it only muted the music. But yeah, that's just kind of what happens. So I have to be very mindful of that. So this can now go down or up, as you just saw, and it works pretty nice. It can obviously go too high as well, but we won't do that. Alt R, Alt G. Okay, let's animate it real quick. Oops, animation. Okay, I am struggling to click this button. Material. Go to this. Action. New. Anim. Z. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to call it Blender. Okay, so we zoom in with 0 frame. This is never going to move. I don't even need to change it. I understand that. So let's just inset. Oh. What we could do, which is a nice little trick. Visual location rotation. Now when I press I, it knows that's what I want to be insetting by default. So from here to 24 is 1 second. I'm going to try something slightly different. Should it go inwards or like just above it? We could have. Oh, that's kind of cool how it like literally melts into the thing. Ooh, should I do that? Does that look silly? Nah, I'll go to like here. Inset. I wonder if I should also rotate it while it goes down. Oh wait, I'd have to do Shift S, cursor to center. I'm gonna press period. Now we're gonna rotate it. Inset. So no, that's not. If I would rotate it, it would be to rotate it this way. Now I'm really confused. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. You can just slightly see it. Can you do an animation tutorial on the channel soon how to put it in Unity? Okay, well, if you've been watching, this is basically an animation tut. I mean, it's not like a real one, but it sort of is. As you can see, I now have an animation. One beautiful animation of it going down. It goes to 24 because this is set up for frame rate of 24 frames. I save. I've saved the file in this directory, platformer, assets, imports. It's called button. I'm going to close this. It's now going to be right here. I'm going to actually rename it though to interact button. So they're just all the interaction stuff are beside each other. Now you'll notice how this, we can just leave that. We drag it in. It's in our scene. Doesn't do anything, doesn't animate, doesn't do anything. First thing we want to do is create an animator controller for it. So this will be button. Do I have Snapchat? I do. My Snapchat is... I don't even know my own Snapchat. My Snapchat is... Hi, I'm Dustin. Nope, it's Dustin_HY. That's my Snapchat. Okay. Now, I'm noticing the colors on this did not happen. We have two... Okay, so we goofed somewhere. Let's go to our imports. I don't know how we ended up getting two, but okay. Now we're going to take everything and assign it to PAL. Save, close this off. I am making a button, which looks really odd in here for some reason. I don't know, but okay, whatever. We'll just use it. You can see the light, how it's going ham. I wonder... Okay, yeah, it looks good like this, though. Get out of here. So right now this doesn't do anything, there's no collider. This one does, however, switch on and off. Okay. So, did I make the animated controller? Because that's always the first step. Button. Good. Let's drag it onto interact button, and it knows to go into the controller spot. Now, in the actual import, I'm going to set up its animation. So this is just called, I'll make the first one idle. We'll go 0, 1 to 1. So just like this. It's a frame, doesn't change. I want it to be like a known thing, that these are things you can interact with. That's why I put this horse-shaped thing on it. So anyways, that'll be my first animation. And, oh, I should probably name these appropriately, eh? Idle, open, or idle off. Idle on, and this is going to be just the 23rd frame. Will you stream 1 more hour so I can see the sunrise while you stream? For sure, why not? Vidi said he put a file in the drive. Let's go check it out. I don't see it. So Vidi, the file you sent me doesn't actually have it. When you're exporting to FBX, make sure you actually have the object that you want to export selected, or else this happens. That's a shame. How is the game going to be called? I am still thinking of a name. We should probably come up with one. I was thinking of just calling it Satyr, because he's a satyr, but... what did I... Okay, I gotta... Oops. Delete this one. Apply this for a second. I just want to check out this one. So this was idle on off, turn on off. Okay. So turn on. And then we'll go from 1 to 23. Okay. And then this is also going to be the turn off animation. I mean, I wonder if I could... Wait, I'm curious. Can I put 23 to 1? Does that work? Does it know then? No, you can't go backwards. That's a shame. Okay. This will be an MMORPG or just RPG. It's more of a platformer, not really an RPG, but I guess it's kind of like an RPG platformer? I don't really know. This is all like a whole new crowd today. I'm enjoying this. Okay, so we got those 3 animations saved. Now, I'm going to actually copy this animator. So I know I created one called button. I'm going to delete it for a second. Okay, we got lever here. Let's duplicate it. Name this one button. Then this has our basic setup, in and out, entry exit. Let's go. Okay, so we have turn on. This is turn on. Boom. And then we have turn off, which is going to also be turn on, but it's going to be speed of -1. Maybe it needs to be mirrored. I don't know. We'll see. Idle on will be this. I spelled idle wrong there. I didn't even notice. And idle off will be idle off. Sports Squad. Can you add me back? Yeah. Let's see. Did I get a notification? Added me. Jacob. There you go. Okay, so we now have these animations. It doesn't really do anything yet though. We need to code and I'd be able to jump on top of it. I hadn't really thought that part through. Oh, you did this from that far. That's great. It's a good song. Pause the stream. Oh guys, it's time for a quick round of ad roulette, so I'm going to play an ad. Also, I do have Patreon, if you guys want to check it out. It'd be very helpful. He resent it as a blend file. Alright, let's check it out. What am I looking for here? 3D models. Tank zombie. Oh shit. Wow, that's really cool. Shit. I don't even know where to begin. Like, this is just really cool. This is very well done, Avidity. I guess the one thing is I see that I can see inside his shorts here, but I think you wanted that. You didn't really make it double-sided. You could make it double-sided if you want, because if you were to play a video game and see this, that would not appear. None of those would. That's about it. That's really good. But I also think maybe the second thing you might want to do with these legs, can I grab them from here if I put on O? Move it slightly back, because this is usually in line. So it actually really back to like there. So just get this roughly in line. Like, the body itself does arc like this, but the feet, I'm trying to point out from here to here, typically are in line. It's a top-down shooter. This geometry right here, I'd say, isn't necessary. Right, you could have closed it off all the way to like here. Whoops. Right, and you do that all the way on the other side too. Just looks a little bit cleaner than this. I wonder if you were to add a triangulate modifier but not apply it. Ooh, yeah, you should do that. Add a triangulate modifier, but just don't apply the modifier, because that makes him look really nice. I really like this guy. Well done. Very well done. Phase of evolution. Saiyan levels up, man, maybe. Okay, so we need some logic here on this. I don't even know if I want a button now, because it's just... Yeah, I want buttons. Just gonna take some effort. It's a game sort of like a Mario game. Okay. We're gonna have to do some code to see if he landed on it. Then this needs to do the same thing to this code. This needs another variable. a simple is permanent. So public bool is permanent equals true, and then we also need a public bool what do I need? What do I need? A permanent one means unchangeable. Only changes once. So let's just like say, wow, that was not a sentence. Let's just like say, I don't know what that means. Wow, I can't speak. Whew. Can only be changed once. I can't think of a better way to say this. Alright, so then we go here. Yeah, I give it one the Spanish, as you can see. That's too long. Only change once. Or multiple changes. Toggleable. Toggleable. I don't know why I capitalized that, but there we go. Is toggleable. And then we give it a toggle delay. Aha, I like that. Okay. So if permanent means it'll just stay, we'll code that later. Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. Yeah, guys, I know this was a really short stream, but I'm actually going to end it here. I need to eat some food. I'm getting tired already, too. But in tomorrow's stream, we're going to do the button logic here for this. Make it so we can jump on it. Finish the logic for this as well, so it's like a permanent thing or not. I was also thinking of having other objects you can push around, so you can push an object onto this. But I haven't done pushable objects. And if we do, then we're going to need our guy to actually animate like he's pushing something. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been me, you've been you. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Take care, everybody.